Hey, what's up guys? Luke from Luke Profits. Quick video today about eBay's item location policy. The item location policy has caused a bunch of problems for a bunch of people, and the reason is because if you're just a normal seller who's not dropshipping, obviously you can just use your home address and home zip code because that's where you're actually shipping the items from. But the issue is dropshippers don't really know where their items are coming from. They're coming from Amazon, Walmart, something like that, but they have a bunch of different warehouses, so how do you know where they're gonna ship from? It didn't used to matter at all. You could say that you were shipping from China, New York, and nothing bad would happen. But eBay started having problems with a lot of dropshippers because they would say, oh yeah, I'm shipping from my home address when they're actually shipping from China. So eBay buyers were expecting that they were gonna be able to get their item in just, a week, a couple days, something like that, but then it's actually taking months to get the item to the buyer. It caused a whole lot of unhappy customers, and a lot of people were doing it for a long time, so that's why they started enforcing their item location policy, which says you actually have to include the, country, state, and zip code of the actual place that you're shipping from. So a lot of people were like, what should I do? Before this, like I said, most people were just using their home zip code. That's what I was doing. But then I started having things that kept getting taken down. It said, item location policy, restricted for violating our item location policy, blah, 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 and then you get a 3-day suspension, then a 7-day suspension. I got 2 30-day suspensions for violating the item location policy. Luckily, I know the solution now. I looked up all the details of eBay's full item location policy and I read the whole thing, and it specifically says what is required: an accurate description of the item's location, such as Omaha, Nebraska, United States. Also, a valid zip code for items located in the US, except when using the shipping rates table, freight shipping, or for items that ship from multiple locations. So let me read that one more time, but I'll just blur out the stuff that doesn't really matter. Required: an accurate description of the item's location, such as blah, 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 and a valid zip code for items located in the US, except for items that will be shipping from multiple locations. So here's what you do, guys. For the country, set United States if you're in the United States. For the state, just set it to multiple locations. Just multiple locations, and leave the zip code blank. You're required to have a valid zip code for items located in the US, except for items that will be shipped from multiple locations. Now that puts you in perfect compliance with their policy. Remember how I said I got 2 30-day suspensions for violating the items location policy? The minute that I noticed that happened, I called up eBay and I said, hey, I just noticed that I got in trouble here. It says I'm restricted or something for violating the item location policy, but the thing is, I know that I am in perfect compliance with the item location policy. I work with a number of suppliers with warehouses all throughout the United States, and whenever a buyer orders an item from me, I have them ship the item to the buyer from the warehouse that is located closest to the buyer where they have the item. And then I tell them I've looked at the whole item location policy, I've read all the details about it, and it specifically says that you have to include a zip code unless you're shipping from multiple locations. I'm shipping from multiple locations, so I'm in full compliance with this policy. Can you please look into that and confirm that that info is correct, and then remove this restriction so that I can keep going? And every single time they've said, oh yeah, sure, let me see. Oh, okay, yeah, you're shipping from multiple locations, multiple warehouses. Yes, you actually are in compliance with our policy. Sorry, our automatic system is dumb and sometimes it catches things that it shouldn't. We reinstated your account, everything should be good, you can continue listing in another 10 minutes. That's it, that's all you have to do. I see a bunch of people in Facebook groups that are like, oh, well, just use your home location, because that used to work, and like I said, it's not, they're not gonna catch you immediately. You can use your home zip code, but eventually they're gonna pull stuff down and you're gonna get restricted, and then there's nothing you can do about it, because you can't say, hey, I'm actually not breaking the policy, can you remove that? Because if you're saying, you're shipping from your home zip code when you're not, you're breaking the policy. If you say multiple locations, if you do get that happen, you just call up and get it fixed. It takes 5 minutes. So set it as multiple locations and just leave the zip code blank. I know a lot of people have been confused, and I think part of it might have just been, bad information or old information. But another part of it is there was a dropshipping influencer that is, his name's Paul, and he put out a video a little bit ago saying, I have the solution. All you have to do is just put your home zip code and home address on everything, and that'll fix the problem. And it totally didn't. I think that was back around April-ish. I don't think he was intentionally giving bad information or anything, but anybody who did that and then had issue, that did not help. Multiple locations is the way to go, because like I said, if you get restricted by the system, you can just call up and say, hey, I'm not violating the policy, see, I read the policy, and they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, that's true, and then fix your account. Whereas if you do it the other way, you are violating the policy, so they aren't gonna help you out. What have you guys been doing? Let me know in the comments. Obviously, if you're using a smaller supplier that just ships from one location, you can just use that location, but this is the solution that I've come up with for Amazon and anything that has multiple warehouses, and it's worked really well for me so far. And hey, if you're new to dropshipping and you're trying to figure out how to get started, I've got a full free dropshipping course. There's a link down there in the description to it. It goes over everything that you need to know about how to get started dropshipping on eBay. And if you follow the course and everything, you can have everything set up and ready to go to start making you money within a week. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in a couple days.